Good evening. So my name is Jason, and I'd like to thank Susie and Stephen for inviting me to their hometown. So I hope that I can repay the honour with a quality show tonight. Rather than talk, we'll just get straight on into it. What I'd like all of the people that come up on stage is to remain silent until the end. Try not to give things away. And my trusty assistant here, Mr. Price, will write on Mr. Whiteboard some points which will confirm at the end. So, first of all, what is your name?
Trudy.
Hello, Trudy. So what we'll do... Oh, actually, no. I'll have to keep it, sorry, talk, otherwise you won't hear me. So, Trudy, place your hands on your thighs again, that's it. Get your fingers together, and for the first part, I'm going to work with Reiki, and I can feel it moving through. So again, this is just me showing the psychic energy perception of how and where the Reiki is flowing. And just like electricity, not only does it carry power, it carries information. And so we're going to read that. And if you're interested in doing Reiki, please contact me via the means after the show, or leave your name and number on the front desk, and there'll be a course coming up in the next few months, or even early next year. So here we go. Trudy. We'll just aim for about 10 points to start with, and just relax again, Trudy. There's a lot of stress around the shoulders and tightness. I feel that your heart is beating fast. I'm not sure if it's tachycardia or palpitations. It's one or the other. And I might suggest that there is, when you put these two things together, it feels like hypertension. Again, I'm not a medical doctor, so I can't say it is, but it feels like that. There seems to be something different about the nerves on the left-hand side of the face and the eye. So I'll just show you where it is, like on that side. I haven't spoken to any of the people here tonight so far. We're just going through the body to start with. I see a check tablecloth, an old-fashioned red and white square checkered tablecloth, and it's wrapped over a country basket with a farmer's lunch. Is it one of those old-fashioned pictures? There's a joy of eating ice cream, and there's a sadness with it too. So, joy of ice cream, but sad. There's something going on there. There's not enough salt in your diet. It feels like you don't have enough electrolytes in the blood. Salt deficiency, or salts deficiency. I feel that there was a piano playing, I feel that you played the piano as a child. It was taught to you by your mother or your grandmother. And if they're in spirit, then they are around you. Again, I'm not a medium, but I can sense connections. There's a spirit guide animal nearby, but it's a cow, a milking cow. And it just could be that there's a spirit animal, and a very fond, like a pet that's passed over. And again, I can't see it, can't hear it, but I can sense it. So spirit guide, astral cow, female. I see a sewing machine. And so I see a sewing machine as a familiar place, as in, it's in a sewing room right next to the kitchen in the sun. Sewing machine in a sewing room next to the kitchen on a wooden table. And lastly, Oh, for a trip to Europe. Oh, for a trip. It's on the wish list. I can't see the trip happen yet because something else has to happen, but I feel that it's definitely there if you work towards it. It's definitely very possible. That's 10. I'll just have a bit of a bigger look and see what else is around. I think you're very well loved. There's a lot of goodwill here. A really nice person, lots of will. It's always nice to be told that, isn't it? But you're very well loved and liked. Lots of community energy and interactions. It's about feeling special. And that's starting to, I'm sure it's coming back, but it's going to come back even more. Lots and lots of feeling special. And I bet if you went home, you'd be going for a chocolate brownie or something very much like that on the way home as a special treat. So we'll leave it at there, that's 11. Now Trudy, it needs to be, now when I take my hand off, you'll feel the energy come in and fall away. Like that warm energy blanket, which when I put my hand on, it comes out to about here, about hands about chakra level. And then it disappears away. So, Trudy, it has to be about 1 inch close to your mouth. I'll give it to you now. And can you read the list there? Excellent. So, I'd like you to be completely honest. If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong. If I'm right, tell everybody why. Yeah? And so we'll see how we go.
So just go through one. Okay. The stress tightness shoulders. Always, every time I go for a massage, they say, have you ever felt such tight shoulders? Heart hypertension, I do have very, very high blood pressure, and I've just started medication for that. The left face, the nerve, the eye, my granddaughter hit me with ukulele tonight, right there. She's not here, she's only 3. The checkered tablecloth takes me back to when I was young and I worked at the Pizza Hut. And yeah, that's exactly what it reminded me of. The ice cream, I've been enjoying ice cream this week with blueberry sauce, homemade blueberry sauce. Salt, I don't use any salt in any cooking or add salt to anything.
Testing 1, 2, 3. So with the salt, I felt that the electrolytes are missing. So maybe a multivitamin, or talk to your pharmacist about trying electrolytes for a month and seeing how that can help you with your general metabolism.
Okay. The piano, my mum liked piano, but she never actually taught me anything with the piano.
But did you play?
I did buy one to try, but I'm not very musical at all.
We could try that as a half, maybe.
Yeah. Well,
half.
I tried practicing really hard, but it didn't help.
Was it a full mark or a half mark?
Half, because I tried. Yeah. The milking cow, my dad initially was a dairy farmer and he hated milking cows, and when his dad died he got rid of the dairy and the cows. Sewing machine, I have a sewing machine sitting on a wooden table next to the kitchen in the sun.
Lovely.
Not sure about the trip to Europe at all. I'm more likely to travel in Australia than I probably would, though I would love to go to Ireland probably. But it's not something major in my thoughts.
Well, I think it's going to happen. Maybe make that one a half of it.
Okay.
Okay.
I live in a small town called Clarencetown, and everybody, it's like a village, and you can't go down the street without anybody like loving and talking to you. So that, I think that's very true. Yeah, I think that I'm not. I think that people like me in my town.
Yes. And
the chocolate brownie, I do like chocolate. and I do like to have some before I go to bed, but I'm not sure in what form it's going to be tonight, because I don't have any chocolate brownies at home, but I have other forms of chocolate.
That one was more about like, if you had to treat yourself on the way home, and it was, yeah, that's the kind of thing you'd go for.
Yes, maybe caramel sundae, maybe, but...
I'm only worried about the point. I just want to know if I got it right or not.
Yeah.
It would go that.
I would go some form of chocolate, but...
Yeah, that's a point. Well, a big round of applause for Trudy, please. Thank you. Thank you. Right. What's your name? Rosemary, that's correct. So, place your feet. Sorry, got to take the cheap shots. I say that to every customer, so you'll hear it again. Rosemary, here we go. Rosemary's throat energy is very strong, and I feel that she has skills in communication. Rosemary has had periods of darkness in her life, in I think 2 big periods, and then they're somewhere between 7 and 9 years each. So there's two sections of, that wasn't a good time. Free now. Free now. I feel the children are attracted to you and they just come running up. Now, I see it and I feel it. She's very like a kid magnet. There's also a long time sorrow or regret, and I'll need more time to figure this properly. The things that you wanted to, I'll say this, what you might have sacrificed in your younger years, you can still start up and do again now. So that's more advice. But I feel there was something that you could have done but didn't, and it was so long ago, like the beginning of your career, but you think, you know what, I might have a go at that now. Maybe it's too late. But it's something like learning a new skill or going to university, becoming a plotter, I don't know, anything, but it was just something that you regretted that you couldn't do. I see books, lots of books. And I also, in brackets, Stephen, try to stay away from the iPad. I feel that's hurting. Stick with paper where possible. Don't go the iPad on the books there. Yes. I feel that I hear a little bit of deafness in the left ear, and I'm thinking it's mid to high range. More mid than high, actually, so that indicates something else. Sometimes we lose the high registers with age and the low registers to machinery, but this one is kind of like a hum that was always in the background. It was always a background noise, which is mid-range, and I think that's more left. There's a new car coming up for you. If it's not already here, it will be by the month of Taurus, so that's like 6 months away. New car coming. I'm not sure if it's a brand new car, but it feels pretty new. You'd be really good at Scrabble. Maybe from the words, Scrabble. Now, Rosemary. Just using the name. Can I grab your middle name, please? I use the middle name to connect with family and craft energy. Now I'm feeling sand or glass. So I feel that people in your family tree on one side worked with sand or glass. And that will manifest in your life as a hobby or profession or a skill. But it will be, I see, so that's sand or glass as a craft energy, which is ancestral. And then the next one, I see lots of bright things, colours, rainbows, just brighten colours and like spectra. And by the way, my hand is starting to tremble on the right, and I'm feeling that it's going down to the adrenals, to behind the heart, and to the adrenal glands. Yeah, one more. So back of the heart, which is long-time stress, possibly a touch of depression. That comes and goes, and then above the adrenals, a little bit of stress there. But they're healing now. But I still feel it going. Can you feel, I'll just ask now, can you feel your back, my hand vibrating, or your back vibrating a little bit? Yes. Well, I'll pass the microphone over now, speak with the other microphone, and we'll go through those things. When I take my hand off, you may feel that energy come down. Please say how it felt at the beginning. And would you like to address those things?
Oh, sorry.
That's it.
It felt ordinary, and then you put your hand on my back and it felt hot, and then you took your hand off and it was, yeah, like someone had lifted a blanket or something, or a sheet or something. The first one was good because my professional life has been in communication, and I'm known for being a good communicator, and it's what I like to do. Dark periods, well, yeah, see, I don't sort of see that. I mean, yes, things happen in your life, but I don't think of a particular period. Yeah. No. Probably, nothing going on with that. There were, you know, growing up there were things that went on, but I sort of just got on with it. So I don't know, and that was pretty, if you were to tell anyone the story, they'd be going, oh God, that was pretty horrendous, but I didn't really think of it as a dark period. Children magnet, well, I don't really know. I wouldn't have thought so. Somehow. Long time sorrow and regret. See, the only thing I can think of there is when I left school, we didn't go to university. I chose not to go to university, and I sort of think, what would have happened if I had gone to university? So that's the only thing I can really think of. I don't think about it a lot, but if someone mentions it.
How do you feel? Is it something that you think you would have liked to have tried?
Yeah.
Because that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And there is an opportunity for that in the future. You
Yeah.
still could. What I'm saying is you could if you wanted to.
Yeah, to a degree. Well, yeah. But now books, what I love, because I've got so many books, I'm known for reading. And I don't use an iPad, and I wouldn't use an iPad. Now, I don't know about the deafness left ear. I don't have any, as far as I know, I don't have any issues with deafness, but yeah. The new car, so at the moment I'm driving my husband's ute, and all our cars are broken down, so he's trying to fix one, so eventually I keep saying I want to get a red car, so whether or not that happens, you know, in the next 6 months, so I think that's pretty close, yeah. I am good with words, yeah. I don't know about Scrabble because I don't really play it, but I've been very good with English, so.
What I said was that you would be good at Scrabble because you know lots of words, which good with words.
Okay. Sand or glass, I don't really know about that, so I can't.
Can we explore that one just for a moment? Before you might be wrong. What are your hobbies that have to do with bright, shiny objects or glass objects? Did any of your parents work with glass? Or grandparents?
Well, not that I know of. I mean, maybe my grandparents, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you have lots of glass ornaments around your house?
Yes, heaps.
Right.
Not coloured though.
No, it doesn't have to be. What I'm saying is that you have an affinity with sand or glass, and that you will attract those kinds of things because it's in your ancestral line. It might even be that one of your ancestors sold sand or made things with sand, even if they were sandbags. But it's in the memory of DNA, so when glass or sand is around you, you feel comfortable.
Yeah, I have heaps of glass in the house, ornaments.
That is the point.
Yeah, okay, bright colours, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So the bright colours, that's what I like, bright colours.
But no, I'm not basing this on the clothing. It's everything that's at home.
Yep.
It's all bright.
Yep.
And this technique is called remote viewing.
And I don't know about the heart stress, I wouldn't have thought so, but...
Well, so at the very end, your back starts to vibrate a little bit like this. So this is where we lock up stress, and then I feel the energy go down here, just above the adrenals. Even though my hand was up top, I can feel the energy go down to the back, and this is stress. It feels like you were very stressed up until maybe a year and a half ago, and now it's starting to heal. And you have more energy in the last year or so because of that.
Well, I did leave a job, and since then my blood pressure's gone down, so maybe that was it.
Great. A round of applause for Rosemary, please.
Okay, big round of applause for Jason. We'll be back up on stage very soon.